tubers, welcome back to another episode of Maxwell Starr's Beer Review. Tonight we're going to take a little pride in something. Fuller's London Pride. We're going to take a look at England's finest premium ale. It's brewed by Fuller Smith & Turner, PLC, Griffin Brewery in London, England. Not a whole lot of other details on it. It's from the same guys that made the London Porter, Fuller's London Porter, Fuller's ESB, which I've already reviewed. They also make beers like 1845 ale and the Honeydew, Fuller's Honeydew. This one here is an English-style bitter. Beer Advocate calls it a pale ale, but it's actually, according to Wikipedia entry and rate beer, a bitter. It's 4.7 ABV, a little less alcoholic than their ESB. So, I'm going to give it a try. Crack it open here. Pour in my Rickard's glass. Not quite as much head as I was expecting. Probably poured it fairly gently. Color-wise, it's kind of it's almost an orange. Maybe just a touch of red, just spilled a little. But mainly it's more like a copper orange. Excuse me while I'm just taking a quick look at it. Wow. Also the head disappeared quite quickly. Well, I gotta say that's more like a copper. Yeah, a touch more red to the copper. I was actually expecting something darker. I've heard it described as being mahogany before. Anyway, it does look good. Let's get a sniff here. It's got a nice sweet fruity flavor. No hops present in the nose. I mean, there is slight amounts of hops, like in that fruity aroma, but nothing coming out and grabbing the nostrils. Just a mainly mild, sweet smell. Might be a touch of hops in there. I know I get a slight earthy spiciness coming off of it, but it's faint, blended with like a caramel sweetness. Obviously the malt. Smells good, even if the smell's not that pronounced. Let's give it a taste. Wow, that's more bitter than I was expecting. There's more bitterness present in the flavor than there is in the smell. And the bitterness has got like a spicy, somewhat spicy, earthy kind of taste. It hooks on the back of your mouth. It hooks on like the sides of the back, down the back of the tongue. And it masks the pretty much all the caramel flavors. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's lighter than I was expecting too. It's got a nice lighter taste to it, like lighter body to it. kind of like a medium to light. It's not like, no, by no means a light beer. It's medium to light, or light. Mildly carbonated. Finish is somewhat dry, but I do notice it leaves a little bit of lingering wetness in the back as well. And in the aftertaste, there's actually a bit of toasted grains, like toasted barley, coming out in that one. But predominantly, the most present flavor is that slightly spicy, earthy hop kind of bitterness, and perhaps even a touch of nuttiness, like hint of walnut or. I'd have to go with walnut. Walnut or maybe a little woody. I'm going to sit down with this one. Be right back. London Pride. So what did I think? It's nice and smooth. It's got some nice flavors to it. But it wasn't really impressing me quite as much. I'd read a few reviews, took a look at a couple of ratings before actually reviewing the beer. And I come to find it's a bit of a letdown. It's not quite what I was expecting. The beer ended up being a little towards the bland side. And I'm almost kind of believing that it might be possible this because it's the canned version. I'm going to mark this review as being the canned version. Simon, a Real Ale Guy, took a look at the bottle version of this, and he posted a stunning review of it. And you know what? I somewhat believe him, because I took a look earlier on my channel of Fuller's London Porter, and ended up running into the same thing. It wasn't good as I remember, and it may be true. Fuller's London Pride out of the can is probably not as good as the bottle. So I found it, while it was smooth and nice and flavorful, the flavors were mild and lacking in character and lacking in body. And just not quite the same beer that I was hoping for when going into this. Maybe I'm just bitter because went into this expecting so much more. I think it's a beer that's capable of so much more. It's just not doing it for me. I'm gonna still, I find it was still tasted good, so I'm still gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. If I were to recommend anything, try and find this in the bottle version. Try to find this in bottles wherever you go. If you have the option to buy both for some reason, buy the bottles. And I know we used to get this in bottles here, and I'm really disappointed I didn't get it then. It's only been like in the last year that they've changed, and I don't like the change. So the canned version of Fuller's London Pride, 3.5 out of 5. Anyway, thanks for watching Maxwell Starr's beer review, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.